Hi guys, this is Barwood Town and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Now, for today's video, I wanted to go through some content that's recently been announced on the JP side of the game. So it'll be coming to global in like 6 months or so. Ages away for us, but it looks really hype for JP at the moment. So there's one new LR that's coming out, I guess, for the top banner of the current Kale and Khalifa celebration. And there's a major EZA coming as well. So, without further ado, the new unit is an LR Super Saiyan God Goku and Hit. What I'll do is I've gone onto Truth's channel, we'll play the animations so I can show you them, and then we'll have a look at the breakdown for the new unit, and we'll look at the EZA as well. So, these are the animations. I'll just take the mic off for now, so that you can hear them. Okay, so they were the animations there. If we have a look at just the art honestly looks a bit mid. You can tell that it's not something that they've ripped straight out of the anime. It looks good, don't get me wrong, considering that they've probably done it from scratch and it is just Dokkan art. And if you compare this Dokkan art to what they were putting out a couple of years ago, where it was just all quite generic, there's definitely an improvement there. But by today's standards, I'd say the art's a bit mid. But if we go in and actually have a look at the unit then, so I've got the Reddit here from Goresh where he's translated everything from Japanese, so we can see exactly what it's looking like. Okay, so here we go. So Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku Super Light Speed Battle Outburst. Leader skill, High Speed Battle and Universe Survival Saga categories, Ki +4, HP Attack and Defense +150. So looking at that leader skill, it's another Universe Survival Saga lead. We've got so many. So we've got TEQ Jiren, we've got Golden Frieza in 17, we've got TEQ Hit, more on him later, STR Kaioken and Goku and STR Jiren. So for one of the, say, newer categories, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 leaders for it. I mean, it's super flexible, to be fair. And high-speed battle category, I mean, that could mean anything, couldn't it? I'm trying to think of other high-speed battles. Like, would you have, like, Berta against Goku as a high-speed battle? Or I'm thinking like Goku v Cell, where everyone's like, I can barely keep up with them, but Gohan's following him with his eyes. Would that be a high speed battle, or would it just be fast characters? Or you get characters like Dispo and Berta on here. I don't know. Be interesting to see what that looks like when it comes out. Now for a super attack, 12 key Goku and Hit's joint front. So this raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage with a high chance to stun. So for already just from you can see the high chance to stun, they're going to be a decent super battle road unit. Quote, Hit, hey Goku, these guys are my prey, don't interfere. Goku, then just try and stop me. Okay, into the 18 key, super high speed combination. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage with a high chance to stun. So they've got a high chance to stun on both 12 and 18 key. Raise attack and defense on 12 and greatly raise attack and defense on 18 key. So already you can tell that they're going to be better in slot 2. They're not going to be the best in slot 1 because they're not going to get their attack and defense buffs from their super attack before they get that first hit. Quote, hit, Goku, I don't need your help. Goku, my body's throbbing. What does that even mean? His body's throbbing. I'm scared. Moving into his passive, or their passive rather. High speed advantage, attack and defense plus 170%. Wow, that's a pretty high number for an LR. Gain ki plus 6 and an additional attack and defense plus 60%, and attacks guaranteed to hit and disables enemy guard, and gain a high chance to evade enemies as the first or second attacker in a turn. That's a mouthful. So break that down. So they get ki plus 6. So when they're in the first or second slot, they get extra ki plus 6, extra attack and defense plus 60, guaranteed to hit, so in things like the legendary Goku events where they can dodge in the last couple of stages, nope, it's not going to be a factor anymore. And disables enemy guard. So this unit's an STR unit as well. So another STR unit. So for example, when they're attacking AGL units, rather than doing type disadvantage damage, they'll be doing type neutral damage. And they gain a high chance to evade attacks, so 50% chance to evade. So you go and throw this unit into slot 1 or 2, they've got a 50% chance to dodge from their passive, they're guaranteed to hit, they're disabling guard, and they've got a high chance to stun from their actual super attack ability. So, yeah, that sounds pretty good. That sounds like a really good super battle road unit, to be honest. If we carry on reading... so, from midway, gain ki plus 7 and an additional attack plus 70%, and perform an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack as the third attacker in the turn. So again, just breaking that down a bit slower. So extra ki plus 7, extra attack plus 70%, and perform a guaranteed additional that has a medium chance of becoming a super. So, I mean, you definitely get a lot more benefits from being in slot 1, but it looks like you have an extra chance of doing an additional super attack in slot 2, in slot 3 rather. So if you want to give him all additionals, there's a chance that he could do 3 super attacks in a turn when he's in slot 3, so it's not the worst thing. Active skill, ever-growing combo. Conditions, able to be used after 3 super attacks are launched, and HP is 76% or below. So, as I say, if you have him in slot 3, you've got a fair bit of additional in him. He could triple super, turn 1, and then when he comes back, so when he'd be in slot 3, turn 1, you could triple super, turn 1, and when he comes back on rotation on turn 4, you could have this active skill ready to go. Gain attack and defense plus 13% during battle. So that's not even for like 1 or 2 turns. That's just for the battle. So that's like a permanent B-pan effect. Rather than just being attack and defense plus 20% for a turn or 2 turns. It's 13% for the whole battle. That's going to be crazy when that goes off, because that's calculated separately as well. So that'll be on top of all the other stats. After all the other calculations have gone on, this active skill would then be applied on top of it. These guys are nuts. Like, how much... Like, if you have them in slot 1, they've got attack and defense plus 170, and then an extra attack and defense plus 60. And then, if you've already triggered the active skill, they'd have another attack and defense plus 13. And then they're raising attack and defense on 12 ki, and greatly raising it on 18 ki. Like, they're just going to be crazy. Like, they're going to be top end of 100, if not 200k defense, just turn 1. And then, as soon as you attack, that's going up by either 30% or 50%. And then once you've got the active skill, it goes up even more. That's crazy. That's so good. So, for the quote for it, hit, Goku, you continue to get stronger, but I can't lose to you. The real fight starts now. Goku, I'm getting excited. So Goku has gone from my body's throbbing to I'm getting excited. Let's have a look at links. Links, Tournament of Power, Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Infighter, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So with a lot of these joined forces units, the links tend to be a bit wonky. So if you look at a couple of units like, I don't know, like the Piccolo and Goku that are going to be coming out on Global soon, where they're different races. It's not like a Goku and Vegeta where they're all Saiyans, where it's different races, different things like that. You tend to find the link sets a bit all over the place. But if you look at these links, they've got links that you'll be able to activate throughout the Universe Survival Saga. Things like Tournament of Power, every unit from Universe Survival Saga's got that. Things like Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, you're going to be able to activate on most rotations. There's a couple of units that have experienced fighters, Infighter. Goku and Frieza probably link up with these guys really well. I reckon TEQ Hit, who we'll move on to in a second, is probably going to link up with these guys pretty well as well. And then we move on to the next downfall of these kind of joined force units, and that is categories. And they do tend to be quite limited. As I say, at least when you've got a Goku and Vegeta joined force unit, it's a pure Saiyan. But where it's a mixed race one, it's not on too many categories. So categories: High Speed Battle. We're yet to see quite how good that category is going to look. Universe Survival Saga, Joined Forces, Legendary Existence. I'm surprised it's on Legendary Existence. I get it because it's a God Goku, but is Hit's existence legendary? Probably not. I mean, yeah, definitely I suppose for the first three. I'm definitely not sure about that Legendary Existence. But anyway, guys, that is the new Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku. They'll be coming out in the next day or two on JP. They are looking really good. I'm looking forward to seeing some showcases of them. I reckon they are going to be one of the better units in Dokkan. But again, we'll need to see them in action before we can say, oh yeah, they're top 5, they're top 10 kind of thing. But they definitely look really good. I think the main thing that's going to hold them back is how often will you use them. Like, yeah, you'll probably use a Universe Survival Saga team, but that's quite a stacked team, and they'd have to be pretty good to fit on there. Looking at the other teams, I'm not sure I'd use them. High Speed Battle, they'd have to lead, but Joined Forces, how well are they going to link on there? Again, it's a case of just having a look. I think the unit, just as he looks, as he stands, they look really good. I'm really impressed with them, so we'll see what that leads to. And then the next bit of content that's dropped on JP as well is an EZA is the celebration. I've referenced TEQ Hit throughout this video, and he is the new EZA that's coming. So if we go over to here, this is the TEQ Hit EZA information. So this is what the unit looks like if you don't recognise him. Again, TEQ Hit. I'm really glad that they're EZAing this unit of all the units because Extreme Tech really needs the help. So this guy becomes a bit of a demon. Let's go and have a look. So this is what he's going to be doing. So his leader skill doesn't change massively. It goes from Universe 6 Key plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 170 to Universe 6 Key plus 4 and HP attack and defense plus 170. So not a massive change there. Get the extra key, but I suppose Dokkan haven't broken their kind of ceiling of 170 leader skills. Goku and Frieza aside, there isn't anything higher than 170 at the moment, so it kind of makes sense that they've buffed it by giving the extra key. And then Universe Survival Saga, key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 160, where that was 150. So a decent buff to the leader skill. You can arguably say that Hit is probably the best Universe Survival Saga leader now. Like, the Jiren's 150, the Kaioken Goku, I think, is HP 130, and attack and defense 170. Jiren's 150, so percentage-wise, this Hit's probably the best one now. If we go into his super attack, so super attack causes immense damage with a high chance to stun the enemy and seal the enemy's super attack. So, high chance to stun and guaranteed to seal. I mean, that's pretty good. Like, again, It's not going to be that effect. It's going to be pretty useless on things like GT Goku or the God event and things like that. But in terms of Super Battle Road content and that kind of difficult content, that's going to be so good. Into his passive. Attacked enemies, attack -40. Just reading through this, I'm not sure that's right. Yeah, I don't think that's quite right. Never mind. I know Truth's referenced it in one of his videos with the breakdown. He's got hits information. No, I don't want Deliveroo. That's the high speed category. Where is it? There we go. So, can we see if I do this? We can just about. So for whatever reason, whatever I managed to find on Google, that was not the right leader skill. I'm guessing that was like a fan version. They got the leader skill bang on though. In terms of the super attack, so yeah, this sounds a bit better. Raises defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage with a medium chance to stun the enemy. So it doesn't steal. So raises defense for 1 turn, so 30% defense stack. As we probably all know from using this guy ourselves, this guy desperately needs defense. At the moment, he's just unrunnable. He takes too much damage. So he might be okay in Super Battle Road if you get the stun off, but in any other sort of difficult content and if he doesn't stun, he's taking crazy damage to the point you can't use him. In terms of his passive skill, so attack and defense plus 20% with each Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn. So a maximum of 60. I guess he starts with 20 then, if you're including himself. It doesn't say like not including self. Medium chance of stunning all enemies at the start of turn when all allies attacking in the same turn are of Universe 6 category allies. So that sounds quite similar to STR Jiren. I'd have thought that kicks in at the beginning of the turn. Let's read that again. Medium chance, so 30% chance, of stunning all enemies at start of turn, when allies attacking in the same turn are of Universe 6. So, yeah, if you have this guy on rotation with 2 Universe 6 allies, you have, 30% chance of stunning all enemies? Again, probably not too relevant in things like God events and GT Goku or Vegeta events, things like that. But in Super Battle Road, that could be good. There's a Universe 6 one, so it'd be OP for that when that gets an extreme version. I'm trying to think in what other stages you could use this guy. So bear in mind, let me find what teams he's on. I'm just trying to think. So you could use him in the Universe Survival Saga SBR as well. So his teams are Universe Survival Saga, so you can run all 6. Universe 6, you can run all Universe 6 units. Target Goku, no. Rapid Growth, you've got the Kale and Cauliflas that are on that, so that would work. Space Travelling Warriors and Legendary Existence, you wouldn't get Universe 6 allies. So you'll probably only activate that when you're against the Universe Survival Saga, Universe 6, or Rapid Growth Super Battle Roads, to be honest, or your general Dokkan events. So you might not see that as often. It seems good, but you're probably not going to see that too often. Attack and defense plus 160 when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack plus 80% and attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is stunned. So he's getting 240% attack there, probably a little bit more as it's calculated separately, and 160% defense. But it's only when he performs a super. So again, looking at this hit, he's not going to be a slot 1 unit necessarily, because if he gets attacked before he attacks, he's not going to have any of this. So slot 1 if you're not getting attacked straight away. Otherwise, he seems more like a slot 2, maybe slot 3 unit if you want to float him off. So gains attack plus 80 and attacks effective against all types when the enemy is stunned. So this come into effect. So say if you've managed to, you've got 2 Universe 6 allies on rotation, and you've got that medium chance to stun, and they're just stunned at the beginning of the turn, he'll get an extra 80% when he attacks. Or as an example, if he double supers, so he's supered once, he's hit his high chance to stun, that 50% chance, and then he double supers, you'll get the extra attack plus 80% and super effective against that enemy when the target's stunned. Attacked enemies attack -20 and defense -80 for 2 turns. So that's just building on his debuff, that debuff that he had before. So before, the debuff was attack -20 and defense -80. So that stayed the same, hasn't it? Yeah, it stayed the same. And high chance to stun the attacked enemy for 1 turn. So again, that's only a 1 turn stun. It's better than nothing, don't get me wrong, but the stun that you can get from the super attack effect, that's a 2 turn stun. So yeah, so if we have another look at that there, so he's getting so much attack and defense, especially when he's on the Universe 16. So if you give him like this guy's best position, or how he's going to look when he's at his best, you're going to have him on rotation with 2 Universe 6 allies. So you maybe have him on rotation with the new LR hitting Goku, and maybe with some sort of Kale or Caulifla or another hit. So he'll have 60% calculated separately at the beginning of the turn. He will then get his start of turn buff, so we'll say start of turn buff. He'll get his attack and defense plus 160 when he supers, and then he'll get another attack plus 80 if he's attacking stun, but I wouldn't rely on that all the time. So just looking at that, just adding the numbers up alone, they're 220. He's 220 attack and defense just when he attacks, and then probably a bit more because it's all kind of calculated separately. And then he's gaining defense, gaining 30% defense on super attack as well. I think this hit's just become a lot more runnable. I think he's going to be an incredible addition. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can put up with, what defense stats he can put up with, what attack stats. I reckon he's going to hit hard. The main strength in this unit is that he can stun, and that's what everyone used to use him for things like super battle roads, as I say. And the fact that he's extreme tech as well, that's going to be really useful for the rest of the team. Yeah, really happy with how he looks. Both of them look really good, and I think they're going to be really good linking together as well. What are this hit's links? So experienced fighters he'll have with the LR, Cold Judgment he'll have with the LR, Infighter he'll have with the LR, Tournament of Power and Fierce Battle he'll have with the LR. So he'll have, what, 5 out of 7 links with the new LR? Yeah, they're going to be crazy good together. I'm looking forward to seeing some gameplay with them, and I'm definitely looking forward for when these guys come out on global version. I think they'll be really good. Yeah, happy with what we've seen there. It was a nice quick video. I just wanted to go through the new content that's on our way. Would have been great if I didn't get fooled by some fan content, but we move on. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think they're going to be good units? If they're coming out on global, are you going to be summoning for the new LR? Have you got TEQ Hit? Like, what do you think of his EZA? If you are watching the video, thanks for tuning in. Go like, follow, subscribe, all the good stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.